very confused about that. But I think Kierkegaard's referred to the godfather of existentialism. And I should say, right off the bat here, as much as I had my kind of first foray into philosophy with existentialism, I am not the most educated when it comes to it. I know a good bit of Camus. Like, I'd say I have his stuff down, like, pretty well. I know, like, I'd say a decent amount of Nietzsche, not a ton, but, like, also not nothing. When it comes to Kierkegaard, I know nothing. I'm actually doing this year, I'm doing kind of a not a deep dive, because it's definitely not a deep dive. I'm just trying to get it right this year in terms of, like, doing philosophical reading, like, in a straight line, because I'm sure other people, if you read a lot of philosophy, or just books in general, or I think anyone with, like, movies, TV could probably relate to this even. Like, sometimes when you get into something, you just jump in at the point you're most interested in, and then you realize, oh, I had to, like, go there first, oh, I had to do that first. And that's kind of what happened with me with philosophy. So I'm going back, I had, like, only a baseline level of knowledge for Plato, so I'm going back and reading a bunch of Plato. Right now, I'm about halfway through all his work, and that's why actually my last video my first video of 2025 was on all the books I read, and I lied in the thumbnail, which I admitted in the description. If you didn't know, I did not read 100 books, and, like, the reason why I didn't read as much books this year is because I read almost all of Plato. Like, I'm about, like I said, a little over halfway through all his works, but, like, I can't count it as a full book, so I never finished it. So that's why the list was less impressive this year, and I had to clickbait even harder than last year. But I mean, also, I'm playing the game, you know what I mean? I kind of have to. What am I gonna do? Be like, I don't even remember how many books I read. Like, I read 51 and a half books this year, and these top 5 were my favorite. Like, no. Everyone would be like, who's this guy with his barely impressive number of books? That's not fair, you know? But now I'm going back, I'm reading through Plato. I kind of not hate, but, like, I'm not a big fan of the Plato stuff, the Aristotle stuff. I mean, like, it's good, and, like, you know, it's Plato for a reason.